Okay, so these are the 8 types of evidence that can be used to support reasons or warrants in an argumentative essay. Let's look at examples on each. As you know, facts are common knowledge. They are pieces of information that everyone agrees on. Example: in fact, tragic accidents and terminal diseases are often the source of many deaths. Everyone knows that accidents and diseases cause death. Therefore, this is a fact that no one can deny. However, in the course of life, there are life-threatening situations that people have the power to control. This is another fact and another common knowledge that we can avoid or control certain life-threatening situations. Statistics. As you know, statistics are pieces of information based on studies or research, and they include numbers or percentages related to these results of the studies. More than 118,000 people in the United States alone are in need of a life-saving organ transplant. This is based on a number of people based on study that is done. 64% of those are currently on a waiting list. This is a percentage also based on a certain research, according to the United Network of Organ Sharing, UNOS. Notice that here, when we are using statistics in our essays, we should have to identify the source. Where did we get our information from? We want our reader to believe what we are talking about or discussing to prove that our point is right. Therefore, we should have in-text citation that is mentioning the reference where we got our information from. Examples. You all know what examples are. Let's have a look anyway. A person can donate organs such as kidneys, hearts, lungs, liver, small bowel, and pancreas. These are examples of the organs that can be donated. And tissues. What do you mean by tissues? Example: eyes, heart, valves, bone, skin, veins, and tendons. People can make donations to benefit medical research. This may include donating a specific example such as a specific organ, example such as a heart or a brain. Authority or expert's opinion. Let's look at several examples when it comes to authority and expert's opinion, which you as writers of essays could be referring to a lot in your own essays. If someone feels unsatisfied with how he or she looks, a cosmetic surgery will help change it, resulting in an improved version of oneself and thus resulting in an enhanced self-esteem. This idea here is not the writer's own. They got it from a reference who is a person who is an expert in the field of cosmetic surgery, and Patzer expressed this idea in 2008 in a published article. Therefore, here we put the in-text citation at the end. Notice how we open the parentheses and then we put the family name and the year. Another example. According to Flawless magazine, here our source is not a person, but a magazine, which is also a magazine related to the field of beauty and health. Published in 2019, they mentioned that pain is also evident during recovery time of a plastic surgery, which can make some individuals depend on painkillers. Here, notice that we put the in-text citation in the beginning of the sentence using the word according to, the phrase that is. Finally, let's look at this example. People need to understand that these organs in organ donation will still be used in a way that saves lives and advances medicine, says Ronnie Lawrence. So our expert here, our authority, is a person from the from the UW Health Organ Procurement Organization. The future of transplant medicine really depends on research, and organs are imperative to that research. Notice that here we are actually quoting what Mr. Ronnie Lawrence said in particular. Therefore, when you use the exact words of a a person, you should put the words within quotation marks. And the in-text citation, or let's say the name of our source, is mentioned in the middle between the two sentences. Therefore, you may organize your reference the way you wish, either in the beginning or the middle or the end. Logical appeals. As you know, logic is everything related to sense, to thinking, when we connect ideas together in a logical way. Although it might look all too nice to get a plastic surgery done, this is something we agree on, that it might look nice to have a plastic surgery. The process is not accessible to everyone. This means that not everyone can have a plastic surgery. Why? Because not everyone has the money, funds, to do the plastic surgery. Therefore, it can be difficult saving up money towards cosmetic surgeries, and people often take loans. Here, see the sequence of thinking, how the ideas are flowing. One idea is connecting to the other. Not all people can have plastic surgeries because not all people have funds, the money needed, and therefore they would have to take loans, which eventually can lead to debt, owning other people money. Here we have logical thinking, logical flow of ideas. Another thing that you should note here is that we used modal verbs such as might and can, and the adverb of frequency often, in order not to generalize. Always remember that when you are arguing, you cannot generalize ideas to all people. Some people do have the money to do plastic surgeries, however, that does not apply to everyone. Therefore, I use words like might, can be, often, and can lead. Emotional appeals. What do we mean by emotional appeals? It is to address the feelings of the reader in an indirect way. Example: an eye or tissue transplant means the ability to see or gain the freedom from pain. Here we are talking about organ transplant, and I referred as a writer to freedom. Freedom is a concept or a feeling that everyone loves and wants to feel. Transplants can greatly improve the recipient's health by allowing them to return to normal activities, that is their normal life, so they can spend more time with family and friends. Family or friends are concepts that appeal to the feelings and emotions of readers. We all want to spend more time with our beloved family and friends. Personal experience refers to any example of a real life story that happened with the writer or someone they know. Example: to illustrate my friend's 3-year-old daughter. Here I'm referring to my friend's story. Georgia died after a fatal brain disease. My friend donated Georgia's organs. She explained that she felt strong because Georgia was going to save other children. And here I used the transition to illustrate to introduce the personal experience, which is a kind of example, real life example. Finally, we have the what if scenario. As the word says, scenario, it is something of a situation you are imagining, supposing, and asking the readers, what do you think will happen? What if this happens? What will the consequence or results be? Cosmetic surgeries help align one's natural appearance with desired appearance normally. However, what if the results did not meet the patient's expectations? This sentence makes the reader reflect and think more about the topic which the writer is arguing with or against. So this is the what if scenario. Now that we're done with all the examples on the types of evidence, let's have a quick summary of what we covered so far. In an argumentative essay, you should have a claim in your thesis statement in the introduction. The claim should be followed by the 3 reasons which are mentioned in each body paragraph. And in each body paragraph, each reason should be supported by pieces of evidence. Note that sometimes in one paragraph, you might have more than one type of evidence, and other times you might have two or more types of evidence existing in the same sentence. Now let's do some practice on how to identify the elements of argumentation in an essay. The following essay is about WhatsApp. We will see if the writer is with or against using WhatsApp. Please pause the video and read the essay, then answer the questions along with me. We have to identify the writer's claim, the reasons that are given, and then pick one piece of evidence from the supporting details. Now let's jump to the thesis statement here. As a result, WhatsApp should be discouraged since it can be annoying, addictive, and destructive to family ties. So the claim shows that the writer is against WhatsApp. Topic sentence 1 to begin with, WhatsApp is annoying. See how they are related? Topic sentence 2, WhatsApp is addictive. And topic sentence 3, WhatsApp is not only annoying and addictive, but it can also be destructive to family ties. Notice the parallelism between the subtopics here and each topic sentence, which includes the reasons. Now let's examine each paragraph alone. In the introduction, the writer started by adding the opposite point of view, which is WhatsApp provides an easy way to communicate, but it might be destructive in several ways. Therefore, this is the claim that WhatsApp can be destructive. Then the writer provides us with the 3 reasons as subtopics in the thesis statement. Therefore, the writer is against using WhatsApp and claims that it should be discouraged. It should not be used much by users. Now, what are the reasons the writer gave to justify the claim? So, WhatsApp is annoying, WhatsApp is addictive, and finally, WhatsApp can be destructive to family ties. And each reason is discussed in each body paragraph. Body paragraph 1, WhatsApp is annoying. The supporting evidence is given through an example of how we get hundreds of messages if we are away from WhatsApp group for a while. And also we have an expert's opinion, which is Vic 2012 in this case. Body paragraph 2 about WhatsApp being addictive. First, we have an example. Teenagers in particular are so occupied with using WhatsApp, and then we have an example of we have a logical appeal of how this eventually causes teenagers to develop unhealthy relationships, and finally how mothers could be addicted to WhatsApp and end up having a negative effect on behavioral and psychological aspects of their families. Finally, in body paragraph 3, we are talking about destructive family ties, and here we have expert's opinion of Puri and counselor Rashmi, and then we have a specific example of spouses who chat incessantly with family, that is husbands and wife who chat all the time and neglect the family. This can be worrisome and at some point ruin these families. Now please pause the video and read the following essay in order to answer the questions up here. Therefore, the claim of the writer is that schools should not replace books with tablets because they cause distraction, health effects, and cost a lot of money. These are the 3 reasons: distraction, negative health effects, and causing problems to poor families. In body paragraph 1, here we have statistics, logical appeal, and finally authority or expert's opinion. Body paragraph 2, we have expert's opinion, facts, and examples. And finally, in body paragraph 3, we have emotional appeal and logical appeal. Thank you, and please watch the following videos for more information about the topic.